Hello, welcome to my video of Tomb Raider 2 glitch tutorial. Today is gonna be about Maria Doria, and let's go. So first, you just need to go in the water. Nothing special about that. Trying to dodge the harpoon if you can, and you light a flare if you want to do a flare console in the next part, like I'm gonna do. And if you don't want to, you don't light a flare, of course. It really depends. I personally don't light a flare, but for example, people like Crit, the old with the reward trigger holder, does it. So it really depends of your route and where you use flares. So if you want a flare cancel, you're gonna do this, and you flare cancel here, and you go into water. And if you don't flare cancel, you just roll and jump twist like I'm gonna do. Oops, I missed it. Anyway, let's pretend you got it here. You roll like this, and you jump twist like this, and this is the same, except you lost a couple of seconds. So, how do you do the way I showed you? Because as you can see, if you don't grab the collapsing tile, you will lose like 75% health, and you don't want that to happen. So how do you do that? I'm gonna explain you the kinda yellow way, and then I'm gonna show you a setup that works all the time. So how do? You don't want first to roll down, slide down. Sorry, slide down here. If you want to, if you slide down on the right part of the left tile here, you won't be able to do it. That will happen. Even if you roll at the right timing, that will happen, and you won't be able to grab. You have to be on the left, so the roll animation is long enough so you can grab. That's basically how it's done. So you just aim roughly at the middle or at the left a bit of a slope, like this. And then you all grab like this, you turn and you roll. Well, I failed it here because it's hard to explain and doing it at the same time, but I'm gonna try to show you again. You can hold grab and grab here if you want to be a bit more focused and take a bit your time, but it's a bit slower and it doesn't change anything. So then you turn, and when Lara is turned, you press wall and you grab. So here it didn't work because I didn't grab soon enough, but you need to roll and instantly grab. If you just roll and then grab a bit after that, it's not likely to work like this, for example. So you need to instantly grab, like this, and then you keep going. So, how do you time when you roll? I'm gonna be quiet here, and you're gonna listen to and look at the inputs, and you're gonna listen to the sound of a collapsing tile. That's how I do, and I'm also used to, so I don't really need to listen anymore. I know the timing by feeling, but when you start, you should be able to hear the sound of a collapsing tile like this. Or you can use the fact that once you turn, you can see Lara position when you turn, and once you face the other slope kind of perpendicularly, you can roll. That's the other way. Or there is a setup. Let's pretend you picked up the medic like this. What you do is roll on the left side. You stick to the left like this. Get down, roll, set flip left, and move forward, holding grab. And you will automatically do it. Anyway, whatever you choose, you keep going. If you are scared about your med, you can take this one. This is not an obligation, but you can. And then you prepare your M16 because you're gonna shoot some guy. But we don't want to shoot every guy. We want to keep alive and really healthy, full health, the melee guy that is gonna be in the next room. Because this is the guy we're gonna do the intent clip with. And if you shoot him with M16, that can be really wrong because you won't be able to count your auto ammo shot. That's as simple as it is. So you take it, and if he's coming to you like this, what you're going to do is you're going to running jump, and once you passed him only, you're going to shoot the other guy. When you know Lara switch target, you can start shooting the other guy. You shoot them with M16, you shot the shotgun guy here, and you take this ammo, because this is gonna be a double pickup of shotgun shell, and we're gonna need that for the late game. And then you take the auto ammo, and you shoot him 6 times. So 6 times, not 7 like I did. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops. So I'm not supposed to do it like this, but I'm gonna do it the normal way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And what you do is you keep going to the direction where the block is. What block? I'm talking about this block. So you go to that direction so the guy followed you quicker where you want to go, and realize the setup you will need. So it's a bit quicker, but if you're not feeling confident, of course, you can just, for example, let's pretend you pick up here, like this. But you can do it, you can just back up and shoot him. And once you shoot him 6 times, you go this way. It doesn't change anything, it is just faster. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna wait for him here. So in this tile, and so you're able to do a standing jump onto the block, because if you're too close, like this, for example, you won't be able to jump on it, and it will fail the setup. So you just stand here, and then there is 2 ways of doing it, in my opinion. They are kinda close though, so it doesn't really matter. So what you do is you're here, and you wait until the guy appears on the screen. Once the guy appears on the screen, you jump forward, and you roll immediately once you're in the block, like this. Oops, sorry, I forgot. And you need to wait until it appears, so he appears here. You roll, you jump onto the left. You really need to jump on the left. If you don't, it's likely to fail. Oops. So I kind of fell here because I did a standing jump when reloading, sorry. So he appears here, roll, jump on the left, and keep getting stick to the left wall. If you don't do that, what's going to happen, if you're a bit to the right and not against the wall when you land, what's going to happen is he's gonna be a bit less into the wall you want him to. I'm gonna show you a fail case after that. And then you take your ammo, you turn, and you wait and shoot him at the right position. So you want to shoot him so the med drops here. So you are able to do the item clip because you want to go here. And if the I don't know, if the med pack is here, for example, that you will get sent on fire, and you will be able to do the glitch, but you will be on fire and it will be pointless. So you need to time it. So I'm gonna show you a fail case. So if you don't stick to the wall like this, for example, when you do it, you can see that he's not against the wall like we want to. And you will see that the med pack will be dropped too much away to the wall, and you won't be able to do the clip because Lara won't be in the wall. So the other setup is exactly the same, except you can see that the camera change if you get out your weapon, if you draw it. So you're gonna draw your weapon, and as long as it's showed, you roll. You wait just a bit of time, just a bit. You see him, you jump, you roll, and then after the roll animation is over, you wait for a couple of frames. It doesn't have. You can wait a bit longer, but you have to be careful. Just you wait just some time, short period of time, and you do the running jump exactly the same way as the other way. Like this, and you jump to the left, of course, you stick to the wall, and he's gonna be against it, and you shoot him when he's at the right spot. When you're in this position, if you're not comfortable about doing something like this, like I do, for example, what you can just do is you can sidestep. Here, here, shoot him. So you sidestep like this until you're into the thing. And then you just pick up the item. I won't save here because I will need it. And you either do the slow turn like this, and then you move forward, or you do the quick turn like in offshoring. I won't explain it again because it's exactly the same. So that's basically it. If something bad happened, I'm gonna show you. For example, let's pretend, oops, let's pretend you miss a shot, Lara miss a shot, or I don't know, for example, what can be wrong, well, or you miscounted or whatever, and let's pretend you drop the med pack too much close, not in the tile where you want him to. I'm gonna show you how. So let's say here, pretend. Let's say you miss shot or whatever, and the item is here. So you might think that it's not possible to do it, but you still can pick up the item like you're supposed to. You just do like the slow way you do in offshoring. It won't work if you do the quick turn. It will only work if you do the walk thing. And then you're gonna try to be parallel as the wall right here. And it's pretty precise, but it's really efficient if you fail. So what you do, and you will be able to move forward like this against the tile you want to. And then what you could do is you're gonna turn a bit, press forward and tap left. And what's going to happen is you're gonna be able to manage to do it. So this is a recurring thing in case something goes bad, and so you know it. But I don't recommend, if you saved, just recommend you to reload your save because this is not easy to do. You need to get the right angle and etc. And this is easy once you got the wall slide. That's called a wall slide when you can move forward like this. But this is relatively precise because, for example, here it works. But if you're here, it still works. But if you're here, it won't work. So you have to be careful about that. Anyway, you do this. Oops, it failed for some reason. But anyway, you do all this and you keep going. So where was my save? Not this one. Am I gonna have to redo? Oop. So here I lost some health for the simple reason that the guy dropped the med pack too close to the wall, so you won't be set on fire, but you will lose health while you're doing the glitch. So you can still do it, but you will lose a med. Anyway, you keep going. And you pull the lever here. And you're gonna do this. You're gonna jump here. Oops, well, I totally failed, so it's a good thing I didn't save here. Sorry about that. So you do here, you pull the lever, you go away, and we're gonna perform a good jumping sequence. So you have a choice between not looking at all and you count the steps, like I do, like this. I count 6 steps when I land. Or you can just hold the walk when you're close, back, and do a jump. Or you can use the camera button. So you go to the camera to the left, you hold camera button and you jump at the right time. While you look at the left or at the right, it still works. Like this. So this is as you want. This is really as you want. So I don't have a camera button in the no board, in the inputs, but really You just press while you're pressing the camera button. What you do is you just what did I want to say? Yeah, you just press left while you're holding the camera button, and it will automatically turn left. And when you're done with when you have a good angle of a camera, what you do is you release the left button and you still hold the camera button. That's what I wanted to say. Yeah. Sorry about that. And then what you do is you do a standing jump, and then you do running jumps, so you get the best sequence here, so you don't get stuck by the ceiling. And you kill the next guy with auto. So as usual, the the ammo count is bad here because I'm using secret save, but you should be able to have more than enough if you picked up what I picked up in the previous tutorials. And when you open the door, you can add a running jump here. If you do it bad, you can stumble though, but you just need a couple of practice. And then you keep going and you're gonna pick up the small med pack. But if you, for example, missed it like this, or you go too far away, you don't want to do this and then pick up again. Because if you're too slow, what can happen is the door can close after you picked it up. And you don't want that to happen. So what you do is, if you just missed it somehow, you keep going, and you're gonna take it on the way back again. Because this is a time door, so you have to be careful. The timing is permissive. If you miss it, you can still do it backing really quick. But if you do another mistake, you pretty much screw. So you have to be careful. Then you pull the lever to open the next trapdoor. You take the med pack if you haven't. And you keep going this way. There won't be a lot of things to say about the remaining of the level because this is pretty going somewhere, pick up a key, use it, etc. So then we're gonna try to avoid the shock. So you want to try to be on the right side here, because if you're on the left, generally it's not good because shock are generally on the left. You go on the right here, and you're gonna pick up the key and glitch a flare. Like you know how to do it. You just press the flare button when you pick up. And if you're fast enough, you will be able to use it. But if your sequence is not entirely perfect, well, it doesn't have to be perfect, but if you stumble at a moment, you won't be able to do it. But it's okay, it's not a big deal. The flare console is not that important anyway, because the stumble is not that big. And then you do standing jump here, so you have another perfect sequence. You go here. So here it didn't work. Oh yeah, it didn't work because I used, as a demonstration earlier in the level, I used the flare. And what you have to know is when you glitch a flare, the flare timing is shared with a previous flare you used in the level. So for example, if you haven't used any flare before you glitch a flare, the flare will last 1 minute. But if you used one in the previous level, for example, let's say you used for a couple of seconds a flare, the flare you will glitch will last shorter. So that's something you have to know. So because I used flare for more time than usual, because usually I don't light the flare that long at the start of the level to do the cancel, then it's normal that it fell here because the flare lasts shorter. That's just the remark. But I'm gonna light another one so you see that's where you have to do the cancel. So let's pretend it's the glitch flare. So you do a side flip here, and you're gonna use a flare here to cancel the next landing, like this. And then you do this. So how do you do this? It's pretty simple. You just run and you walk just before Lara is on the stair. And right after she is down the stair, you do a running jump. Pretty simple. Run, walk, jump. There is nothing more to say about that. Okay, and then you're gonna go here, and there is two ways of doing the next part. So you can just jump on the middle like this, and you keep going, or you can be a bit faster and do this. And it's a bit faster, like 1 or 2 seconds if I remember right. But it's pretty hard. Well, it's not that hard, but you need to jump right and do a late grab here. If you don't do a late grab and if you don't grab, it won't work. Except if you have done a perfect jump, but it's not really likely to happen. So you just do that, do the normal strats like I showed you first, or you do this. It's not that hard, but when you start, it can be really hard to pull out every strat like this in a run. And then you keep swimming this way, and you end the level, nothing hard about it. So as you saw, the hardest part was the Maria Doria item glitch. And beside that, this level is pretty easy. So that's it. And yeah. So I hope I was clear enough with item clip. The setup is really consistent, even though people don't like doing this clip. It's kinda easy when you know exactly small things and etc. So yeah. So that's it for this video, and see you next time.